We just need to not miss. If we miss, we're cooked. Please don't miss. No! In this battle, we're taking on It's Davidson, and they are actually a top battler. I mean, you can really kind of sort of tell by the team. I think right now they're actually the new number 3 in the leaderboard. It's definitely had some time to kind of develop as the game has been out for a bit longer. So anyways, this is going to be a great chance to try out the new team that I've developed here. I just realized that Mawile is definitely going to be a problem for me. Except I do have attrition, so I'm going to have to be careful I don't let it set up. Yeah, this looks extremely difficult. Like, I actually don't know if I win this battle, to be honest. I think I start by going into this guy. Hopefully no Rotom lead. Could be attrition. We'll find out soon. Okay, Greninja. We'll see if this is protein or not. Although, at the same time, I don't know if I want to stay in if it is protein. What do I do to counter this? Oh yeah, Dragon Bolt and then T-Bolt, I think, is the move. About to find out. Okay. Please don't be protein. Anything but protein right now. I mean, the good thing is I do have some special defensive bulk, so yeah, you can take that relatively comfortably, and we get quite a lot of damage in return as Greninja, so we'll definitely take that. I guess that isn't a protein. Greninja is what that tells me. Since it isn't, we can just go ahead and get Venusaur in. Fortunately though, now I kind of see the consequence of not having Hidden Power Fire. And the consequence is that I can't necessarily... wait, what is it? I can't necessarily tread in Mawile on the switch. However, I can go for a Leech Seed. Yeah, so he's going to withdraw. And we know he doesn't have a Grass type since I got that screenshot of his team. Heatran comes in. Technically speaking, we actually don't need to switch out on this. Although he can Magma Storm, I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen. Realize though, now I also don't really have a counter to Heatran, so it's definitely not a good thing, to be honest. It's very tempting to just Giga Drain on this, although I'm not gonna let, gonna let myself get, damaged like that for no reason. Let's go into Gastrodon on this. So I can always just recover the damage, and I have a lot of special defensive investments, so I should be able to handle whatever Heatran throws out here. And we know that our damage is permanent because he doesn't have leftovers, so that's going to be good. Stout Rock, okay. And the terrible thing about my team setup is that I'm running leftovers instead of heavy duty boots. I definitely got to get that changed. I believe I can Toxic. No, I don't need to. I'm gonna Scald actually. Yeah, I mean, well, I was thinking the Rotom Wash can come in, but I mean, it's not like he can do anything once it comes in. Okay, Mienshao comes in. A burn would be awfully nice right now, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna see if we can get that, or if we don't, it's alright. We don't. Probably U-turns. What's realistic? Haven't revealed Dragapult yet though, so I could try and predict a Draco Meteor. Yeah, but Dragapult can't pressure out Mawile, that's the sad thing, so we have to be careful how we play this. Yeah, and then I realized too, my Heatran doesn't pose much of a threat because he has his air balloon still, so we definitely want to try and pop that if he can get a chance to. This Scald again, to be honest. Okay, it's likely we can bait out a high jump kick here. That might be Regenerator, so we're gonna have to be careful. I think I go ahead and recover. Okay, we can eat those. Now, how do I play it? I don't know. Could go into Toxicroak. Definitely will set up some pressure with that. Even if Venusaur comes in, to be honest. The fact I can Scald though is always gonna endanger him to an extent. Let's just Dragapult. I'm feeling risky. Hopefully he doesn't U-turn. That would be horrible. Or knockoff. That'd be even worse. We could potentially take a loss. Dang it. Yeah, now you can just bring in Mawile. And we want to keep Dragapult alive because we need it for the, yeah, whatever it's called. Wish I had a Fire Blast, not gonna lie. It's okay though. It is what it is. Could U-turn, but then he could always just Sucker Punch, and I never know if he's gonna do that or not, so it's not worth it for me. Yeah, I believe I just go into Heatran here, and I hope he doesn't have Stone Edge. That would be horrible to have to deal with. We're gonna have to be careful too about not Magma Storming into his Heatran. I believe here I can Stout Rock. Let me just do a quick research check to make sure he does not have Stone Edge. Okay, so we know it's unlikely for him to carry that with him. And then if he doesn't have whatever that is, then other Pokemon can actually come in and do stuff. So let's go ahead and Stout Rock. Yeah, good. Got the prediction correct. So we don't want to let him get facilitated, if that makes sense to y'all. This is gonna hurt his Dragonite and Mienshao. So now he's gonna have to play my game, if that makes sense to y'all. We Gastrodon pretty easily on this. I mean, I will definitely trade Gastrodon for good damage on this guy. Although Gastrodon has a great matchup into the rest of his team, so I don't know if I need to sacrifice it or anything, to be honest. Magma Storm is probably not the best move, so I can just recover, and now I get your Air Balloon in return for that, so I don't know. What I need to do is also make sure I keep my own Heatran alive throughout this game. So I definitely want to have it for Mawile for sure. If he taunts, so that would be horrible. I'm just gonna Earthquake because he could taunt. Okay, he withdraws. Into Mawile, please? Oh, Miencha. Dang it. That's okay. He probably has regenerated on that as well. You can see that happening. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage right there. So it's probably Assault Vest, if I had to make a guess. Could Toxicroak at some point. Really do want to do that, not gonna lie. Then I can Drain Punch into basically almost no resistance. I mean, he could go into Dragonite, but then I can just Gunk Shot on that and get a lot of damage. Although, I mean, this is also a good potential Mawile check in the future, so I need to make sure I preserve it if I can. Okay, U-turn comes out. So likely he goes into Dragonite, and depending on the Dragonite, if it's like a multi-scale, okay, Mawile. Don't know if I agree with that, to be honest. Huh. I don't know if you want to take a play rough. That is if we can help it. Let me just check to make sure Mawile doesn't get Earthquake real quick. Or really any fighting type move. Okay, so we could actually get a fighting type move. I don't know. I don't know how to play this. It's not easy. I like the prospect to go into Venusaur and then pivoting back into Heatran on a baiting switch. Yeah, we're gonna do some experimentation here and figure out what he's trying to do before reacting. So, I mean, Venusaur switches in pretty comfortably to Mawile, although it's gonna be kind of set up fodder. Damn it! Might have just lost the game there, not gonna lie. Should have gone right into Heatran. Man, that was a horrible play. Please go for a play rough here. Okay, good. I think I just taunt here. Okay, so he doesn't have Sucker Punch, which is good to know. I was low-key really worried there, not gonna lie. And the taunt here is gonna be pretty valuable. Huh. I'm not sure what to do about this, to be honest. Maybe I can see if there's a chance for Mandibus to recover. He knows I can. He's probably gonna fake out here, yeah. I don't think he messes around. I think he's gonna try and take the kill. I don't think if he U-turns, then he deserves to win this game. He's really playing it well. We're gonna find out. Come on, high jump kick. Please, high jump kick. Good. Finally, we got something correct. We needed that correct. And honestly, we could even just Shadow Ball here. Or Hydro Pump. Don't know what I like more. I think I Shadow Ball. Okay. Yeah. No, this is going to be big damage right here. Or maybe not, but it's going to be really valuable for our cause. Pretty sure he's going to try and Sucker Punch here, if I had to make a guess. I don't know though. I'm leaning towards going into Toxicroak too. Although I think I just Heat Train on this. And Heat Train doesn't really serve a purpose beyond checking Mawile and the other Heat Train, I guess. But that's all it does in this game. So we can afford to let it die here if he makes some sort of prediction. Okay, good. Now we Magma Storm, I believe. Wait, do we? Or I think we just Taunt. How are we gonna deal with the Dragonite is my question. No, I actually go into Toxicroak. That's what I do. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have to make an aggressive play. And we can do it here because it's not like Mawile can really do much back to us. I don't think. At least, we'll find out if I'm wrong. Hope I'm not mistaken. Anyways, I have Venusaur, Leech Seed. Yeah, he probably goes into Mienshao or into Dragonite. Heat Train, okay. Does he have a Drain Punch with you? Not really. Let me just check Dragonite's base speed to make sure we actually outspeed it first of all. Okay, so we should theoretically outspeed it. Although, my mistake is running Adamant. Although, I think it's going to be alright. Yeah, I just Drain Punch here. Okay, so we will pick up the Heat Train and we get our HP back, which is awesome. I'm going to take that. Yeah, this is a game, a war of attrition, really. You're going to have to play this so carefully, so smartly. It's going to have to be really intelligent. I'm going to have to make sure I preserve Heat Train, though. I will really like that KO if I can get it. I don't think Dragonite knocks off or knocks us out just like that with an earthquake. I need to make sure I stay out of sucker punch range though. That's one thing for sure. Let's just gunk shot. Okay, good thing, good thing. Unfortunately, he does outspeed us. We just need to not miss. If we miss, we're cooked. Please don't miss. No! Why? That's some... Oh my god. Did you really have to do that, game? Like legit, that's probably gonna cost me the game right there. Stupid gunk shot. I should have ran cross poison instead. We situated ourselves to win and we just got cooked. Now what do we do? What do we do, man? Oh my god. That's just so annoying. Like, what am I even supposed to do about that, man? I played that so well. And yeah, I just got cooked. I don't think we need Mana Buzz anymore. I'm actually so annoyed about that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's go sacrifice Mana Buzz. But like, bro, like see, sometimes when it comes to games like these, you make plays. I mean, I just wish I had cross poison now, because that was 100% accurate. Then I could have just finished him off with sucker punch, but now I can't. All because of this stupid BS. Okay, so he only has Dragon Claw. We can low-key deal with that. Depends on if he has Fly. If he has Fly, then I'm actually just cooked. Like, there's nothing I can do other than sacrificing. Or like Supersonic Sky Strike or something like that. I don't even know what Dragonites get these days. Let me just go ahead and Leech Seed though. Okay. Okay, maybe we're not actually cooked. But... And okay, so we didn't miss. We needed that to happen. He's probably going to switch out into Mawile. Can I guarantee that? Not really. But do I have a choice? I need to play aggressive. I lost my sacrifice, so... Go ahead and heal up though. I think at this point I have no choice but to concede a hit. It's probably going to be a Dragon Claw. Hopefully he goes for another Dragon Dance. Okay, yeah, Ice Punches, that's alright. Definitely a bit annoyed about that miss though, because we could have been in such a good position with Toxicroak on the offensive there. Okay, so we actually don't need to be too worried about Greninja unless he has extra sensory, but this is not Protean, so I'm not near as worried as I would have been earlier. We can lose Venusaur if we need to. Yeah, I don't know if he's aware of Venusaur's ability, as skilled as this guy is. He has a really good team. The only thing we can really pray for is not to get frozen, because I mean at that point I don't even blame myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand the gunk shot miss. I could have used cross poison, but come on, don't get frozen. All right, good. Yeah, it's crazy how now at this rate we out here hoping to not get frozen. We kind of force him to switch into his Mawile, so I could Heatran on that prediction. Although there's no guarantee. I think the safest move is the Leech Seed. that guarantees that if he goes into Mawile, he can't get much out of it. Okay, so he's gonna go for an Ice Beam. I don't know how to play this. Okay, so here's the thing. I do feel kind of scummy having to stall him out here. But you have to take it from my perspective. If Mawile comes in, or every time Mawile comes in, it does a lot. And see, that's one thing I will say is something you got to be careful about when you're building your teams. If you have a team that's a bit too slow, then you're going to be extremely weak to Mawile. Because look at this. So all these Pokemon right here. So Heatran's the only guy that actually does not get completely cooked. And Venusaur too to an extent. But Gastrodon here is guaranteed to get knocked out because it's too slow. Mandibuzz is also just really slow. It's not guaranteed. Well, it probably would outspeed Mawile, but just it's not going to work out well. Like, just defensive walls normally struggle against a Pokemon like Mawile. And where Mawile kind of fails is when you're actually using offensive teams or more faster-based teams. Now, in this case, our Dragapult and Toxicroak. I mean, Toxicroak does work against Sucker Punch, but Dragapult's guaranteed to get one shot. And I don't have enough, like, I guess, faster-paced Pokemon, if y'all know what I'm saying. Like, Pokemon that don't get one-shotted by Sucker Punch, but can actually do something back to Mawile. Those things are really important because, you know, if you have setup fodder in front of it, it can get out of hand quickly. So anyways. Now I just Giga Drain. Okay, that's kind of weird. I mean, I guess he doesn't want Greninja either. I just need to make sure I keep it healthy for Rotom. Venusaur is going to be pretty key for dealing with that. Yeah, we got rid of Heatran, which is good. We still need to make sure we don't let this snowball though. Have to play careful against the Mawile. Can't let that guy get set up for sure. Yeah, I think as long as I go into Heatran, I can kind of force him to not attack. So what I should do is probably Leech Seed if I can get that off. Oh, Mienshao comes in this time. Do I need Dragapult? Not as much anymore. As Rotom is less of a threat, considering that you're taking, you know, I mean, well, Greninja is no longer in the game, and that's what I was hoping to keep him for. Yeah, I think I just raw Dragapult on this John. And then I can just, I can Shadow Ball and hopefully take care of the rest of this guy's team. If he Sucker Punches, he Sucker Punches. That's alright. I mean, he's gonna, hopefully, if this guy's a guy I think he is, he's just gonna try and set up Swords Dance again. Because he's pretty confident I'm going to switch out every time. Yeah. So he actually might even live Shadow Ball considering how defensive this Mawile seems to be. But I mean, now we take Shadow Ball, Choice Specs damage. Yeah, we will probably pick it up here actually. I guess he doesn't really have a switching anymore. Oh shoot, he does live. That's awful. I guess it is what it is though. I think I do Toxicroak because, yeah, it should be an ideal switch. We are conceding a lot of damage, though, every time we switch in and out. So we have to be careful about that, but, you know, it is what it is at this point. And we're going to take the, you know, whatever it's called, Recall or whatever, from the Life Orb. If he switches, I'm going to be pissed off, not going to lie. But I have to accept it at that point. So, I mean, I'm not really concerned about Mienshao since I have Venusaur to take care of it. But what I'm more concerned about is the, I guess the, like, once again, the Mawile can get out of hand. Okay, so he does stay in, and we will take care of Mienshao there. Now, it's most likely he's going to go into Rotom. And I think I actually will switch out of Toxicroak if he does that. Yeah, so we don't need to take, we really don't need to take no damage from Volt Switch, because then it's going to kind of jeopardize our chances of surviving Sucker Punch. So he could theoretically still turn it around since he has Iron Head. We have Gastrodon actually, which kind of hard counters Rotom. So we're just gonna go ahead and go into that. Then I'm just gonna go for a recover and then an earthquake, and that should hopefully, because I think we can probably survive if needed. If you have Storm Drain and the ground typing, so it's a hard counter to Rotom. Yeah. All right. Okay, Will-O-Wisps, which does actually kind of suck, but you know it is what it is at this rate. So now we don't actually guaranteed kill the Mawile. Although I think with the help of, you know, Life Orbed, Sucker Punch, we might actually still be fine. Now I might just go ahead and Scald, just bring it low enough, and then the Star Rocks is going to kick in. So even if he manages to get through Gastrodon, he's not really getting through my whole team, because then I just have Sucker Punch. And then like Heatran probably still lives a Sucker Punch that's not boosted and can pressure a lot with the Magma Storm. Then Venusaur beats Rotom, so I don't know. I think that right now it's looking pretty good for us. Let me just make sure that Scald is the best move real quick. Okay. Yeah, so Scald is the best move because Mawile just has low defenses. I think I just recovered first though. Yeah, okay, so we did actually play that one right. There is no pressure on us needing to Scald there. And actually I'm going to go for Toxic. It's kind of going to force a switch at some point. I hate to play it stally, but at this point, like, you know, I need to make sure I don't lose this because I know how easily it can cannonball. Mawile doesn't need to be at high HP to sweep its Sucker Punch, so that's that. I mean, let's just see. Yeah, I mean, I will not lie, he did kind of get outstalled there for the most part. It was pretty. I mean, well, really, I probably would have had more of an offensive breakthrough, an offensive game had I used Toxicroak and not missed the Gunk Shot. It's pretty important not to miss that one. Like he hasn't really been able to break through, which I've noticed. Okay, well let's go for a Toxic here. Dang it, he withdraws the one time I go for Toxic. How annoying. I think we're fine though. I don't think he can one-shot us. And even if he does, once again, I mean, he doesn't break through the Toxicroak, hopefully. And then Mawile can't really switch in after this Scalding. So I should bring him low enough to where it can be finished off by the rest of my team. And we can let Gastrodon die here because Venusaur should beat Rotom. Don't flinch. That's why I need to not happen. Okay, good. Yeah, that would have definitely pissed me off if we flinched there. I mean, I think Heatran still wins, but like I just would not want to have to go down to that. Especially since he can just switch into Rotom. But now with this Scalding, it should either KO or bring him to red, I think. So I don't think Mawile has very high special defense. Unless he invested a lot into it. Yeah, he lives, but now Sucker Punch is going to be enough to knock him out. As long as we play it right at least. And then he can't switch back out, so he's forced to have to concede to Sucker Punch. Because like, if he tries to switch out into Rotom, then if he tries to switch back in, Stout Rock will kill him. And then like Venusaur can also just take it out at that point. So alright. So yeah, that's most likely gonna be GG right there. I mean yeah, well he's gonna take out Gastrodon here, unfortunately. It's okay though. Now we force a switch with Toxicroak. Honestly, could have even gone to Venusaur, but we need to preserve that HP. So we're not doing that. Not today, at least. Sucker Punch. If he switches, he switches. He doesn't, which is good. Now I believe... Oh, so he could actually Will-O-Wisp. Can't forget about that. How do I play this? what I want to do is bait out. So if we Will-O-Wisp on this, then we should get a fire boost, and then we can bait out a hydro pump and go into Toxicroak. If y'all know what I'm saying. There's a vision here. Although I don't really need to do that, but it would be pretty funny to get the dry skin healing before initiating an attack. Nice. And Loki, do I outspeed Rotom? Because if I do, I might just go ahead and Magma Storm just because it's going to do hella damage. Let's find out real quick. Yeah, no, so we actually don't outspeed this, but let's just go ahead and get Toxicroak back in good condition real quick. Really, I could just end this game quickly. Probably should. I don't know why I'm wasting his time, but I don't know at this point. Okay, that was really weak healing, not gonna lie. Now, I could just go back into Heatran again. Should I just finish him off? Probably do just finish him off, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, let's just go into Venusaur and finish the game. I mean, this is probably the worst time to do it, is now he's probably gonna Will-O-Wisp, which is not what I want to happen to Venusaur, but then I also realized, like, he can't really do much to me, even after burning me. Yeah, okay. That's good. Let's Leech Seed. He's gonna burn us. Okay, he actually wants this game to end. Yeah, nah. Alright. Yeah, but no, that's definitely going to help increase the velocity of this battle. It's going to speed up the knockout process, keep us healthy. And also let me pivot out. Oh, so he's going to forfeit. Alright, well, I mean, we don't get the satisfaction of winning, but that right there is going to be GG. Good game.